Welcome back, everybody, to the Tradewaiters podcast, the comic book club, where we read a different trade paperback every single week, and exclusive, and for October, spooky trades.
Spooky stuff.
Every single week of October. I'm Daniel, you're Nathan, we're brothers who read comics.
Spooky comics.
Spooky comics. Ooh.
Ooh, so spooky.
Ooh.
The best month of the year for reading comic books, specifically horror comic books. This is the only time we do it. We shove everything into 1 month.
I think we should honestly have more themed months, something in like April or something.
Yeah.
Because
we should read
too
one.
long.
We should read one swimsuit edition every summer. You know how like the X-Men had like the swimsuit edition?
Is that
stuff?
like a book?
Yeah, I think it's like a one shot typically, but there's like a swimsuit issue.
I feel like an Aquaman book would be just the same,
Yeah.
It's just some shirtless dudes.
Yeah, I want shirtless dudes specifically. But yeah, I feel like we should have more themed.
Yeah. So we're doing a double recording, and so this will be a shorter episode, but don't worry, I have some extra stuff we can do.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. Nathan, I just went on a cruise. That's why our episodes are late. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
But one of the activities on the cruise was superhero trivia.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, did you crush?
Not as much as I thought I would.
Oh no.
Unfortunately. But
How embarrassing.
I did keep my answer thing, and I just kind of paraphrased the questions from memory.
So you're going to quiz me now.
I'm going to quiz you now.
And see if
There's
I got
also
a better
Game of Thrones one that was really fucking hard.
Okay.
Fuck. So
I'm scared.
some of these are a breeze, okay?
I did not do my homework.
You wouldn't have been able to prepare for it.
How many people were in this thing that you were doing?
It was like there was like 100 people maybe.
Was there a winner?
Yeah.
Did you make top 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so some of them are super easy, like aliases and stuff like that.
Sure.
So Tony Stark's love interest.
Dr. Doom. Pepper Potts.
All right. What is the power inside Jean Grey?
The Phoenix Force?
Yep. I put Dark Phoenix. I'm like, that's close enough.
Yeah, whatever.
Who did Jack Kirby and Joe Simon create?
Jack Kirby and Joe Simon?
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's a good one.
This is one I got wrong.
Okay. So Jack Kirby and Stan Lee made a lot of the big ones. Joe Simon must have done something that's popular now for this to be a question, I would assume.
Yeah, they were...
Celestials?
No.
Sorry, Eternals?
No. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's one single character.
Okay, that's helpful. Every character I'm thinking of was made with Stan Lee.
Yeah, it was... I'm like, who the fuck is Joe Simon?
No, that, like... I'll just say, like, Doctor Strange, even though I know that's not even Jack Kirby. It's Stan Lee and Steve Ditko, I'm pretty sure, but...
Right. It was Captain America.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was a Stan Lee one.
I
knew for sure it was Jack Kirby, but I guess I'm stupid, so...
I guess so.
Yeah, I guess that does make sense, because that was before it was even Marvel, I'm pretty sure.
Really?
And Stan Lee only came on when Marvel was a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Damn.
Gotcha.
Shame on me.
Yeah, one wrong. Who follows a silver guy on a surfboard to devour worlds?
Galactus.
Alrighty. What is Spider-Man's high school love interest?
Which one? MJ. Gwen Stacy.
It's
Black
Gwen Stacy. So you got... Because Mary Jane was college, I guess.
I don't think so.
Maybe I got the question wrong, but okay, I'll give you a pass on that one.
Mm-hmm.
Which female professional criminal made her comic book debut in 1993?
Comic book debut, Harley Quinn?
Yes. Good job.
Yeah, because she was originally created for the TV show.
Correct.
And then had a thing later. Okay, cool.
You got it.
It's weird to like mark someone as a professional villain.
Yeah.
Like you're on someone's payroll.
I think she is. But where does Clark Kent work?
Gotham City.
Like
Metropolis.
Like the...
Oh,
company.
the Daily Planet.
Okay, so in their first appearance, where did Batman and Robin fight crime?
In their first appearance, where did Batman and Robin fight crime?
Yes.
The obvious answer seems like it's Gotham City, but the way that this was phrased made me think that that's not the case. But I'm just going to say Gotham City.
That's incorrect. That's what I put as well. I thought it might have been a trick question, but I guess Gotham wasn't named Gotham until like...
So they just fought crime
a couple
in
issues
Chicago?
later. Yeah, New York City.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I looked it up and yeah, it's like legit. Like
Cool.
it was just ambiguous before. Who has unlimited strength when they're angry?
Your mom.
Your mom is my mom.
The Hulk.
Okay. What is Arthur Curry's alias?
Aquaman?
Aquaman. Sarah's like with me and she just kept shouting out shit. I'm like, shut the fuck up. And
I'm trying to win.
And I was like, oh. And she was looking at my answers. She's like, is that right? I'm like, if this is wrong, I'll jump off this boat.
I'll go find Aquaman myself.
And I'm like, I'm pretty sure, but what is Harvey Dent's alias?
Two-Face.
Who is Superman's father?
That's a trick question.
Who is
Biologically,
Superman's father?
His father or his daddy? You know? In the words of Yondu, he may not be, the father, but I am your daddy. Okay. So the answer is Jor-El.
Good. I put Zor-El on accident.
Zor-El is a thing, isn't it?
I think it's like Zod. Oh, no, it's not Zod. I don't know who Zor-El is, but yeah, you're correct. What is Catwoman's full name?
Selena Kyle.
Who made Batgirl into Oracle?
The Joker?
Yeah.
That's an interesting question.
Yeah.
It's not like Joker's like, I think you need a rebrand, He just kind of like paralyzed her, and then she was like, okay, I guess I'll do this.
I thought it was a fun question because I'm like, oh, they're talking about a specific book. You know,
like The Killing Joke.
And, maybe people saw the animated movie, but mostly it's like the book that you're talking about.
The right answer is herself. She decided to do that.
She decided to go see Jim Gordon.
Yeah, just based off the circumstance, she became Oracle. So that's an interesting question.
There's 20 questions and like a tiebreaker. So we're on like 15 now.
Yeah, let's go. I like this.
Okay, so this one I didn't know. So there's like a Wonder Woman saying or something that she's as beautiful as what? Or as beautiful as who?
As Hera?
No.
I don't know this one.
I put like Athena, but it's Aphrodite.
Oh, okay. Is that in the comics, or do you think that was like a Linda Carter thing?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I didn't look it up.
I bet Mom would know that, actually.
Maybe. Johnny Blaze alias.
Ghost Rider.
What glove can give you whatever you desire?
The Infinity Gauntlet.
Correct. What race is Thor?
White. Asgardian.
Yes. What is Captain America's weapon of choice?
Freedom and justice. A shield.
All right.
A Frisbee shield.
All right. This one is one I got wrong. Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Hawkman. Who was not a founding member of the Justice League?
Wait, who are the options? Wonder Woman,
Aquaman, and Hawkman.
Who were not a founding member of the Justice League.
Yeah.
Aquaman?
Okay, that's what I put, but I was wrong. It
Wonder
was
Woman.
Hawkman.
No, Hawkman. Really? I feel like Hawkman's so campy that he would be like one of the founding members of that.
Yeah, I don't even know. I'm sure it's like pretty close
So
to
you're
the
telling me
normal one.
Hawkman came in later and they were like, this is a good idea.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's crazy.
And the tiebreaker, there wasn't a tie, but they still told us the tiebreaker is, I guess there was some trading card or something in the 90s where it showed what the weight of Thor's hammer is.
To Thor or to everyone? I guess to Thor, I'd probably say like 6 pounds, 10 ounces.
Okay.
I don't know. What is it?
It's like 42.5 pounds.
Really? That's a whole plate he's repping?
Yeah, man. He's
And he's
swinging that shit around. He's still pretty fucking
No wonder
huge.
he fucking flies with it.
Yeah.
I would fly too if I threw a plate around.
If you put a fucking bungee cord on a plate.
Yeah, pretty much. Wow, what a weird tiebreaker.
I was thinking like the mass of like 1,000 suns or some shit. I don't know. I was thinking
That's some
like
Jason Aaron stuff.
Yeah. But because it doesn't make it heavier. It just makes it to where people can't lift it because they're not worthy or whatever.
Sure.
But yeah, I was like, so the guy who wrote like all the superhero questions wrote all the Game of Thrones questions. And so, yeah, pretty good. I thought it was fun.
That is fun.
I got 16 out of 20. I got the
So you got a B?
I got the Cap one wrong, like the creators.
Yeah, Joe Simon one.
The Justice League founding members.
So we got all the same ones wrong? So
Pretty much.
wow.
And then like the Gotham City thing.
Yeah, that's like a fun fact.
Yeah, definitely. Because I was like,
So what's the first appearance of Gotham then? I wonder.
it's like Detective Comics like 30 something.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
so it's like right after.
Yeah, it's
much.
pretty soon.
Because no, that doesn't sound right. Because Batman was Detective Comics 27, and then Robin.
Or was he in Batman #1? Like Robin? Is that what I'm thinking? I know it was like...
No, I think he was also Detective Comics.
So Gotham's first appearance is Detective Comics 27, but it was first identified in Batman #4. So it was there. That's where they were, I guess, but they didn't necessarily name it that until
and
Batman #4 in like the 40s.
Robin first appeared in Detective Comics 38.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Because I think the main Batman line just came out after Detective
Gotcha.
Comics.
How fun.
How fun. Yeah, I was like, I'm going to remember these things.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, I've always wanted to go to, like, I've been to like trivia nights or whatever.
Yeah.
And there have been like superhero questions that come up, but they're not like that challenging.
Yeah.
It's like, who is Batman's son? You know?
Yeah.
Which I understand would be hard for most people probably.
For some normies.
Yeah, for some normies. But I'm looking for challenges like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
Remember when we tried to do Jeopardy and it was really shitty questions?
Oh, dude, we got fucking wrecked by
We actually did. It was so bad.
We did it okay, I feel like. But there was just like some specific shit about like issues and things like that.
Yeah.
But anyway, Nathan, what book did we read this week?
Daniel, we read a spooky book, but it still fit into us reading something because something came out. And it was Werewolf by Night, In the Blood, or something like that. And it's by Duane Swierczynski and some other dude. I need to pull it up, actually.
This was a part of the Max Comics imprint, where it's explicit content that Marvel released.
Yeah, I cannot believe this is the first Max thing that we've done. Oh, no, we did Alias.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. But yeah, it was
Mico Suayan?
Suayan, something like that. Nate Picos?
Yeah, dude, Nate Picos.
He's always around. What did you think of this?
I thought it was a lot more fun than I thought it would be.
I think this is the hot garbage. There's nothing of value in this book to me.
It's like, it's really just like a werewolf
It's
thing.
just Hulk, but less cool.
Sure.
And because like
I thought they added some stuff to just like the basic werewolf storyline, which I liked, you know?
Yeah. It was just weird. I don't know. I think Duane Swierczynski is like a pretty good writer. He's been on like some Spider-Man stuff and whatever, and I've enjoyed it. I don't know this Mico guy, but you know, he did pretty good, I would say.
I think it fits into like the Max look
For sure.
because like it's always super detailed and
Yeah.
absolutely gory. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
very. I feel like it was gory, but like the cleverness to get to gore was just like nothing to me, you know?
Sure.
People were just dying left and right
Yeah.
for like no reason. It wasn't like that cool to me. So
Okay.
I thought this fell pretty flat. It's like when you watch a horror movie and you're like, that just like did
There's
not
just-
bring anything new.
There's
really.
just nothing. Yeah, it was just a thing.
I think probably the most interesting thing about this is that when Jack Russell, the werewolf man, lets the dog out, the werewolf will just like write him a nice message.
Yeah, on like the walls and
They're
blood
like pen
and shit.
pals. So
Yeah.
like I think that idea was probably like the most interesting part, but it's like the hook. And so I don't really know if that works too well as like a hook, because that's like part of the mystery. Because like this werewolf knows some shit that Jack Russell doesn't know about, and he's like, they're lying to you, but then doesn't elaborate. So it's like, but
Yeah.
there's also some plot holes.
But that like leads to things, you know? But
Yeah.
I thought the artwork kind of had some like Derek Robertson vibes. Did you kind of get that?
This like opening scene with the military, I think so. But I think that,
That's when I wrote that note. So yeah.
yeah, I think that, I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, I don't know what it is. I think it might be the coloring, but I feel like the colorist
yeah,
might
probably.
have gone a little bit too much with the highlights and the shadows, and he just looks lumpy. Everybody just looks lumpy. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Which I think really threw me off, because like all the panels where this guy's turning into a werewolf, really cool, I feel like, but then he just looks like goop.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know what contributes to me thinking that or communicating that in my mind, but I'm pretty sure it's the coloring.
I think it's definitely possible to be too detailed in some stuff, and this book had a lot of that.
Yeah, that's what I think. Because if everything's too detailed and everything's just becomes flat, it's like a weird effect, you know?
This book had like the Sharpie blacks.
Yeah.
Which I don't think like it adds anything to it. It was just kind of something I noticed, you know?
Yeah, I agree.
But
so let's get into it.
Yeah, issue 1.
It's 1983, and there's a SWAT team that enters a house, and they find a baby, and it's got some blood on his head, and then they all die by a werewolf.
Yeah, and everyone in the house is dead too.
Yeah, everyone in the house is dead. The parents are dead, but they're still a baby. So it's like, who is this baby? Turns out it's Jack Russell. It's 2009. It's the present. 2009.
Yeah, because it's 2009 right now.
Yeah, right now. And Jack Russell lies to his wife so that he can go be werewolf. He can go let the dog out, you know?
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm going on a work trip again.
Yeah, but he does that every month.
Yeah.
Specifically every 29 days or whenever a full moon comes around.
And somehow he's able to afford this warehouse with this like steel impenetrable tank.
He's
or
got
whatever.
a huge just bunker, and he just strips naked. We see his cheeks, which are very muscular. This
Yeah.
guy's super
I'm
muscular.
like, how is this soon-to-be father so fucking shredded?
I know. He got like zero body fat. And so he just basically locks himself in a bunker, and then he turns into a werewolf, and then he just like waits it out. I don't know how he gets out, but he locks himself in. He must have like some sort of measure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's just a timer or something.
But I do like this splash page. There's like 2 back-to-back splash pages of him like turning into a werewolf, and I think that looks pretty good.
It kind of reminds me of the Preacher covers too. I forget that dude's name, but just like the way the dude looks, I guess.
Oh yeah.
But, you know.
I do like the cheeks. Also, there's like heavy shading on his crotch, and we don't see a dick silhouette.
Yeah. So he's basically a dickless werewolf.
Which, if you're going to do that, Max is the way to do it, you know?
Yeah.
Marvel Max.
We can't see it.
Yeah. But there were some boobs in this,
Yeah.
which was weird. There's some werewolf titty,
Werewolf titties.
which I'm totally here for.
We love some furry titties.
Yeah, exactly. So then we see some flashbacks of some earlier like werewolf incidents where like he turns into a werewolf and kills a homeless man, and then his first outbreak, which was at a high school party, and he kills all of his friends, and then he kills his parents. And then we find out that the wolf like writes messages in blood on the wall, and that's where he's like, your parents were lying to you, or they lied to you, Jack, is what it says.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's trying really hard to be really edgy very quickly.
I think that a lot of the Max books kind of suffer from that because they got the freedom to do that, but it didn't necessarily add anything to any story.
Yeah, they just do it relentlessly. I haven't read a whole lot of Max, though. Like, I've only read the Alias, and I think I might have read the Deadpool. Max.
I think like the only ones that are like well regarded are like Alias and like Punisher.
Wasn't there? Yeah, Punisher Max.
There
Wasn't there
are
like a Daredevil Max or something?
I don't know.
I can't remember either.
But I think they just got that freedom and tried to use as much as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
But I was
here.
very surprised to find out that this existed, you know?
Yeah, me too.
But anyway.
And so he goes back home, and he's being tailed by somebody. And then he finds out that his pregnant wife was killed, and then the daughter was eaten with like another werewolf message on the wall, just saying it was a girl. And so like, yeah.
Well, her stomach is ripped open.
Her stomach's ripped open. It's supposed to be assumed that the daughter was eaten.
Yeah.
And, you know, not a whole lot of werewolves writing messages on the walls. So he's like, how did this happen?
Yeah. Did I get out?
He's like, how did I get out? Because I was very clearly stuck in the bunker. So,
Yeah.
yeah, very quickly, just a lot of murder. And I'm just like, okay.
I was like in a really good mood when I started reading this. So like, I think I just kind of enjoyed it more, you know? But
I just kind of felt that it was a little stale.
Yeah, a little bland.
Yeah, a little bland. So I'm curious how Werewolf by Night, the show, is going to go. Or the movie or whatever.
I saw some people who like review movies. They got like kind of early access to it, that they liked it because it was so different to like
that's
Marvel
what it
stuff.
Seems like.
So
I think I'll enjoy it for that aspect.
When's it come out? The 7th?
20.
And I think it's a movie.
It's like a 54-minute movie.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's like a short. I don't know.
It's
I don't
like
know
an
what you call
episode.
that. Yeah, just like a one shot. You could say.
Yeah.
So issue 2, we get introduced to the person that's investigating all the werewolf murders across the country. So she's been like following this person for a while. They say her name one time, and I don't remember where it was. So she's just a detective lady.
Yeah, I don't think it matters.
And so the cops try stopping Jack at his house with his dead wife there. It doesn't look great. And so he gets away, jumps out of a 4-story window, and then he manages to get away. And then Jack hides, and he kind of just like goes on the run again because he doesn't have any family or anything tying him down. And he just like tries to stay close to like the news stories and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One thing I do enjoy about comics is when the title of the trade or whatever is like implemented into the environment.
Yeah, in the artwork.
Yeah, in the artwork. And so that happens here in like the dead of night.
I think that was one of the coolest instances of that. They do do it in the other issues, but it's just like...
But it like makes no sense. I mean, having words in blood doesn't really make sense, but like there's one where it's like just junk.
Yeah.
It makes like a full, like very clear like sentence. But
in as what you're talking about with like lumpy people, there's like a lumpy person in this like lab, and there's also like the sheets that have like the folds in it and stuff like that.
So
makes it super
clear.
busy.
Yeah.
You know?
Which is like, he's very clearly like a good artist. And again, I don't know if it's just like the coloring that's like throwing me off, but
the highlights definitely add to it.
They're very strong highlights. And I think like every panel kind of loses focus almost. Mm-hmm. So that's like the thing that kind of threw me off. I think it threw off my engagement with like the whole thing. Cause I'm just like, what am I supposed to be looking at? Like every single issue almost.
Right.
And so anyway, we get a flashback of him meeting his wife and then getting pregnant, and then to the present, and Jack is like about to reach a full moon again because there was like a time jump, basically like a month. And so he tries to go back to his bunker room, but the detective lady finds him there, offers to take him somewhere to be safe to let the dog out, and he denies it, and then he finds out that his bunker was destroyed, so I guess he has no choice but to call unless he wants to murder a bunch of people. And then so they try and take him to wherever they were going to take him, and then he wakes up and everybody's murdered. And so there's just like a bunch of mangled bodies and stuff, and that's pretty much that issue. There's this panel, which I think is another example of just lumpiness, but it's him when he's freaking out about turning, and I'm just like, what am I looking at? This is just piles of skin.
Yeah. They say cunt in this book. I was like, wow, they just really wanted to go for it.
Yeah, they're like, oh man,
explicit content right here.
He's like, I've never written this word. But what's funny is that I feel like when he's in a dark environment, the art looks so much better. So like at the very end when he's mangled all these cops, I'm like, okay, I can get with this. Especially this last panel where you see all of his back muscles.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is a cool panel.
Definitely.
He's got hella lats.
Definitely.
Is that what I would look like if I had no body fat and I had muscles?
I don't know if all these muscles are real.
Like, I feel like sometimes artists, to make someone look more buff, just add more muscles.
Yeah, I'm like, they gotta be freestyling here.
Yeah. And like, he seems like a good enough artist to know what someone looks like anatomically correct.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Like, I feel like there's... What do these muscles do? What do they contribute?
Pull them up.
Yeah.
Pull them in.
I guess so.
And the lady like alludes to knowing something about like his parents.
Yeah.
And she also has a pretty cool scar on her face of like some claws.
Classic character design.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. She does have like some Wolverine looking ass scars. I don't think I ever noticed that.
On her fucking face.
On her face, yeah. So yeah, issue 3, the werewolf writes a nice message saying to go to Jordan, Wisconsin. And I'm like, that's random. And so
he's like the abbreviation. This is WI. Is that Wisconsin?
It is Wisconsin. I just found out that it was Wisconsin later when he's like walking past the sign that says "Welcome to Jordan, Wisconsin."
I did too, but looking at it now, I'm like,
yeah,
wow,
it does say Wisconsin. Because I was like, the country, Jordan.
Yeah, it's kind of far.
I was like, dang, how's he supposed to get there? Can a werewolf swim? They were apparently in like a plane and it crashed.
I thought they were in the back of a truck.
I thought the same thing until he walked out of a plane that crashed. And so I'm like, what the fuck?
Was the truck on the plane?
That's what it seemed like. So like, did they crash? I assume when he went werewolf mode, right? Probably at some point during there. And then the pilot was like alive.
Oh, this is the dead of night in the debris.
It's like, looks too good. So
yeah.
I don't know. Anyway.
Oh, the H is crossed with like a severed arm. That's fun.
I did notice that. Yeah.
That's fun. I like that. Anyway, we get it.
Yeah, so he goes to Jordan, and he has a wall conversation with the werewolf to figure out why he's there. I don't understand this. He goes to like a random hotel or something, and he's like, okay, I need to figure out why he needs me here. And so they have like a full-on like conversation like on the wall.
Oh yeah, he like just turns back and forward and just scrape on the wall.
Why can he do it now? Like, is he not turning full werewolf and he's just letting the werewolf control his body?
I guess the werewolf like lets him change back. You know?
Which seems weird. Like, why isn't that the case all the time? Is it only when he is at a full moon that he can't control it?
Yeah. And so I guess it's a full moon now. And so in order to communicate, they just go back and forward. And then the weekends that he's gone or whatever,
it's full moon.
It's the werewolf the whole time because it's trying to get out. You know?
No, not really.
I like this page number 56 where he's like just turning again. I just thought it was
he's
fun.
just kind of turning back and forth.
Because like when I'm picturing like a page where he's turning, it doesn't like necessarily look like this, and so I just think it's kind of creative, you know?
Yeah. So he goes to like a graveyard. He fights another werewolf, and then they both get tranquilized, and they get brought to a lab. What I don't understand about this is that he's like, okay, I'm going to turn full werewolf, except I'm going to control him this time. I'm not going to let him completely take over. And I'm like, why not just do that the whole time? Why not just do that when you're having a wolf conversation with yourself? You know, like why is he all of a sudden,
in the box,
in the
that
bunker,
he had.
try and edge as much as possible. So it's like, why is he now able to like control the werewolf transformation without like letting go fully? So I just thought that was interesting. But yeah, so werewolf fight, they both get tranquilized, they go to a lab, and it's a lab where they test on monsters, apparently. And then he finds out that he has a long lost sister, and she is a werewolf because there was like a blood transfusion at some point, I think.
I thought she like marked him as a baby or something.
I think that's why he's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we don't know why I guess maybe they tested her because they have like other things there. Like there's a guy with gills and stuff.
Yeah, there's like a fish lady with boobs. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah, it's pretty sexy, right?
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, there's like a fish lady, there's a fish dude, there's a girl with like transparent skin around the organs. Yeah. So I don't really know what all this is, but
there's a funny panel when they go to like trank him. And then just like his body, like how it flails, like when it gets shot. I just thought it was funny.
Wait, oh yeah.
Like,
it looks like there was so much power that went into those darts, but they're just like tiny little darts with the little fuzzies on the end.
Yeah, it's not like he got kicked in the back, you know?
I love the trope that like tranquilizer darts always have little fuzzies at the end.
Yeah, why is that?
I don't know.
Doesn't help it fly or anything, I don't think.
It's like a universal communication visually that this is a trank dart and not like poison.
Yeah.
So
like
I love that that's universally
you can watch
adopted.
a movie in a different language and you know what's going on.
And you're like, oh, that guy's about to go to sleep.
If you're watching like Ace Ventura in Spanish, you know what's going on.
Yeah. So he finds out that his adoptive parents tried to flee the country with Jack, but the werewolf thought that they were going to kill him. And so the wolf murdered his parents thinking that his parents were going to kill Jack. And then also, his kid's alive.
Yeah, so
there's a lot that happens here.
He was going to like these regular blood testing things at this lab.
At the same lab, yeah.
And then the doctor told him at one point that, you know, this is the last time he's coming in. And so the werewolf caught that as like a threat. Mm-hmm. And then his parents aren't like his real parents, obviously, because his parents were murdered. And they're like these like Russian, I don't know, spies or something. Not spies, but there's Russian people, and they're going to go to Russia, I guess.
Yeah.
And so when they try to flee to, like, save him.
To protect Jack, the werewolf's like, nuh-uh, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah.
And then that's why he wrote, they've been lying to you. But really just like a silly misunderstanding. Mm-hmm. But there's, like, so many random plot points that are all, like, tied together somehow, and it's just all done through, like, a bunch of, like, exposition. So, like, this issue in particular, I was like, okay, this thing, and that's how this thing connects to the other thing, and like, oh, there's a reveal or like a twist, but then it doesn't really feel like much of a twist. So I'm just like, okay, next issue.
I like this cover though. This for 4.
Yeah, it is actually really good.
I'm like, is this like some sort of Japanese kind of style?
It does seem that way.
But
it's Rafael Grampa.
Oh, is it? Where do you
Holy
see
shit.
that?
I see it in his signature.
It says Grandpa on like a little mushroom or something.
Man, that guy's great. He's got a good Instagram.
Yeah.
And so issue 4, it's revealed that her sister's wolf killed her parents and left him alive because she could like feel wolf vibes or something.
Maybe it was like...
Or it was just like a baby and the werewolf didn't want to kill the baby. I don't know.
Kind of thing.
And so the lab people used Jack's sister to track Jack when he was old or when he was grown up, but found out that the pregnant wife instead, the baby had wolf blood. And so that's how they found the wife. And then
I guess like...
And then she was like, I'll just take the baby. I don't know. Like I can't show up with nothing.
This
and
works,
so she
right?
takes the baby.
Yeah.
And so it turns out that Jack didn't kill his wife by accident. After all, it was Sister Wolf.
And I guess like somehow he's like just getting her memories from that night.
From the blood. From their blood. It's like how twins can feel each other.
Their
emotions.
Yeah.
Isn't that a thing?
I think so.
What I find funny about this is that Sister Wolf finds wife who's pregnant, takes baby, and she's like, well, what if he doesn't know what gender it is? So she like writes that on the wall and says it's a girl. Because he'll
want to know.
Yeah. he'll need this closure.
I mean, maybe her wolf is just as like rude as like his, you know?
Yeah. So maybe it's just to like rub it in.
Yeah.
What if they had different handwriting? That would have been kind of funny.
It's like in script.
It's like equivalent handwriting, and so I could see why Jack would get confused.
Right.
But if it was slightly different, that would have been kind of a cool visual aspect. Like if the handwriting was like clearly different.
I think they probably didn't think about it that hard.
They didn't, and I could tell.
Because you want to be left to think that he did it on accident somehow.
Yeah,
and then you're left with like the mystery of like, did he get out? How did this happen? Kind of thing.
Right, but if it's different handwriting, make it close, but
sure,
like close enough to where someone would be like, "Oh, I guess he got out," you know.
Yeah.
But then if you decide to go back, you find that it's different, and it's like, "Oh, it's been in front of me the whole time," but they don't give us anything, so it's just kind of like boring storytelling.
And then I guess because like he has like the same like memories from her, he's like able to figure out how to like coexist with his like wolf side or whatever, to where he's in control.
Oh,
that's what I picked up from that.
I hate that they can communicate through blood. It seems lazy.
Or
track each other through blood, I guess.
What would you do?
I'd not write this book. That's what I would do. So Jack tries to escape the lab with his daughter in wolf form. So he's kind of carrying this baby like a football.
Yeah.
And so the lab releases the monsters. And is this Morbius, Daniel?
I didn't want to think about it, but I think it was just like a vampire.
This book is better if it's Morbius, so I think of it as Morbius.
You know, it might be Morbius.
It looks quite like him, or at least like Jared Leto.
So are you saying it's Morbin time, Nathan?
It's Morbin time. The lab guy's like, oh no, this guy's wolfing out.
And then there's some freaky like Frankenstein.
Yeah, there's
girl.
some Frankenstein bitch. I don't know.
I don't like her.
So he kills both of them, and then he leaves, and then he gets shot, and then boom, it jumps 10 years.
I figured it was like Dracula or something, but Morbius is way more fun.
Yeah. I don't know who this Frankenstein lady is, but he kind of just like kills both of them. He gets shot. The baby also gets shot, if you'll notice.
What?
The baby has bullet wounds in its forehead and in its cheek, which I don't understand. But after that happens, it jumps 10 years. And so that was weird.
Wait.
Oh, so this book come out in 2019 then? No.
2009.
So it came out in 2009, so then it jumped 10 years in the future at that time.
So the time is 2019.
Yeah.
Hold on, where the fuck are you seeing these baby wounds?
Look. It's when he like gets shot and half of his face is off.
Oh.
The baby has like bullet wounds.
I don't think it like went through. I think it just kind of like.
So then what kind of bullets are these where it rips off half of his face?
It was like a fucking shotgun. It was like this little like.
So how does this work? Why are there baby bullet wounds? I don't understand.
You know how it like just sprays? I think it just got like a little bit, like a ricochet or something.
It would still kill this baby.
It's a werewolf baby.
That's true.
It's a werebaby.
But that's a werewolf man, and half of his face came off. So it's like, what happened here?
I don't know.
Anyway, he passes out, jumps 10 years, which is random. But the daughter is now grown up, and then they have...
it's like 10. Or she's like 10.
She's 10, yeah, obviously. And so now they have like blood instant messaging. And so
blood text.
Yeah, blood text. They communicate through blood, and Jack's like, you should come get me. And so the daughter,
She has like dreams, and she's like, I had a dream about my mom and what you did to her, because like her adopted mom is like one of the doctors, I guess.
Yeah.
And so she wolfs out and kills her, and then was able to just track her dad, who's like put under at the lab.
Yeah.
And they go and get him.
They're going to go save him, and so that's it. And then I
Wasn't that
considered,
good, Nathan?
Dude, I was so tired after this. I was like, no wonder I've never heard about this.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, it's such a just mid book.
There was a run that came out like last year, I think, when this was like all announced. And then I think there's one a couple years ago. But before this, it was just like the shit from the 80s that was like, that we got a taste of.
Yeah, which is part of the, I'm considering back matter.
Back matter matters.
There's the first issue, The Tomb of Dracula, that I guess
Number 18.
That Mr. Werewolf by Night came in.
Yeah.
And I didn't read it because I didn't want to. I was very tired.
Do you want me to kind of...
What's the gist?
So his dad is a werewolf in this.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of...
Some more werewolf lineage?
Yeah, and...
Is it still Jack Russell in this?
Yeah.
So
they're true about the name.
His parents get murdered by a sister wolf, and that dad was also a wolf. And
no, this is everything we just read was just for that run, like the Max run.
Okay.
So just in this little thing, I think it was just inherited from his dad.
Sure. Okay.
So there's Van Helsing in this, and there's also another hunter called Drake.
Oh, cool.
So Drake's a vampire hunter. Mm-hmm. Pretty cool. He kills some dude in a bar, and he's got this like magic girlfriend who's out. I don't know what she does really, but she helps somehow.
That's good.
Dracula is just shows up for some reason where Jack Russell is, and so his girlfriend's name is like Topaz or something, and for some reason Dracula is like scared away by her powers or something, like her presence, like I guess. Then they like go after Dracula to go fight him. And that was Tomb of Dracula number 18.
Okay, cool.
And then there's another one.
Oh shit, there's a second one.
Yeah, this is the...
I didn't even realize.
This is the crossover little thing. So Werewolf by Night number 15 continues this story.
Oh god, they've been doing this for years.
This is the part 2. So they like fight for a bit, and then there's actually really cool coloring right here for Dracula. It's on page 119.
Yeah, that is cool.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
It's like blues and stuff. And Dracula looks like really weird in this panel. I'm like, is he a bat or a man in this?
That is weird.
Yeah, I don't like that. I just thought it was weird. The werewolf is like winning, and he throws Dracula off like this balcony. And
he just turns into a bat. Yeah. What was your plan there?
And then flies off.
He's like, oh shit, I forgot about that part.
And then for some reason, Dracula has like some sort of dialogue. Okay, look at this. It says, there it is, honey. Castle Dracula, just half a mile west of McDonald's. I don't know if McDonald's is something else at this time.
Definitely not.
When did McDonald's become a thing?
A while ago.
When did this come out?
A while ago?
I don't know. Hold on. There's got to be like a date in here.
I almost looked up McDonald's first appearance.
Werewolf by Night, number 15. Let me look that up.
Yeah, 1940. So this would have been...
McDonald's?
Yeah, 1940.
No fucking way. Okay, so
yeah, this was way
this
before.
One came out in...
McDonald's predates Captain America.
So this came out in 74. So still, I don't know. I was still looking that up. So they go to... In Dracula's castle, they're in there and they find this diary that I guess is his dad's diary, but it's like locked.
Dracula's dad?
No, Jack's dad.
Gotcha.
And so they get it open. They made it seem like it was like such a big deal to get it open, but it didn't really seem that hard. And they're reading it. It's like the stories, or no, maybe it's his grandpa's diary. I can't remember. But his grandpa like killed like the OG Dracula or something. Or no, he killed Dracula, put a stake in his heart, and then threw a coffin like in the river. And somehow he just gets out. And there's a power that I didn't know that Dracula had where he's able to just like turn into smoke and just go into a room and choke people. That happens.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that either.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, and so after his grandpa kills Dracula, he like goes looking in some rooms and he finds like a girl just like locked in this room, and she was like a werewolf. So I guess she like ends up turning his like grandpa or something, or his dad. That's like kind of how it all starts. And so the girlfriend's name is Topaz. Topaz like helps Jack Russell like control the wolf, so he's able to like kind of focus his attacks a little bit more and be a little bit smarter when he's fighting.
How is that a better plot point than like what we just read in Max? Because
really
he just starts like, at least it's something that I can hang on to. Because Jack in the Max series is just like, okay, I'm going to try controlling it, and he does.
He's just going to think a little bit harder.
You didn't try that in the other like 40 years you've been alive.
Yeah, but anyway, they like, I think they just fight again, and then no one really like
dies.
Somehow Van Helsing gets the book, which is what Dracula is looking for because it was locked. But Van Helsing gets the book and just flies off in like a helicopter.
Yeah, I was wondering why there's a helicopter here.
And then Dracula is like no longer focused on the werewolf by night and just chases after the helicopter.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and that's that.
Love that.
Yeah, so
they were really scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, because if we didn't have any of these like modern runs, like these 80s ones and 70s ones would be the only thing that we'd have to reference, you know?
Yeah.
So it was still, I kind of like, if there's one or two in the back matter, just to kind of have some perspective on like how far the characters come, like with Squirrel Girl.
I also like just like campy comics like that. Yeah, like the Squirrel Girl one was fun.
It's
I'm like, this is insane.
There's normally pretty simple concepts and just like a lot of dialogue, but and I always like the retro coloring,
Yeah.
So yeah, that was Werewolf by Night number 15 and Tomb of Dracula number 18.
Yep. And then we have the rest of the back matter, which is one character design and one cover pencils. And I would have liked this book, I think, a lot more if this character designer, Marko Djurdjevic, was on the book, because this looks pretty cool.
Oh, the design?
Yeah, I like the style of this designer. Which, like,
yeah,
it's just like, a werewolf. Like, what are you designing?
And it's, like, not so busy.
No, it's not. Like, there's very clearly, like, focused,
it's just a lot of fur on, like, his shoulders.
Sure. Yeah,
it's like
it looks better.
It's like they drew like a bald werewolf with all the muscles and stuff, and then just colored him a color to make it look like fur.
Yeah,
this one actually looks like he's got like fur on him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
but anyway,
and then cover pencils and whatever. So, what would you rate this book, Daniel?
I give it like a like it.
I give it a like it. Yeah,
I give it a pup cup.
Okay, sure. Yeah,
I just give it to Winston.
I'm like, I guess I should do this every once in a while, and then it's a pup cup. Yeah, exactly.
So. I didn't hate reading it, and I thought the artwork was the best part, obviously. There was, it's not every artist is just going to please me. They're going to do whatever they want and whatever they think fits the story best.
Yeah.
I was definitely like interested reading every panel and looking at how he chose to draw these people. Because of how complex it was, that did make it kind of interesting to look at. But, he probably could have saved some time and by making it a little bit more simplistic, but because it's still really good, like the way he draws people and stuff.
Yeah, he's a good artist. I guess I just like wasn't looking for something like this.
I think this is just like the max standard almost, except Alias was like not as detailed.
Yeah, because that was Michael Gaydos.
Because like I read like a first couple issues of the Punisher Max run, and it's like just like that. Like the Punisher's gigantic, and his back is like insane.
Yeah,
and you can see all his back muscles through his shirt, and But anyway,
I appreciate that this exists. I just won't seek out more.
Right.
So yeah, glad that we were forced to read that.
The police, what did you shove in your box? I left some poll list for this episode.
Okay.
And so there's like movies that you can watch on like the cruise, right? There's some free ones. And I don't know why we decided to watch this on like the rockiest day where we heard there was an earthquake at the place we were going, and there was like potentially a tsunami that was going to hit there. I was thinking, does the captain know about this? Is there a captain? I don't know. Is this shit remote controlled? Like, what are we doing here?
Did you watch the Tom Hanks?
No. But okay. I was going through it, and there was a movie called Underwater, And I'm like, this isn't gonna ease me, but it was really. It was that one with like Kristen Stewart and like T.J. Miller, and it's got that one girl that was in Iron Fist, like the love interest. Remember what was her name?
It's like Alyssa Wong or something.
That's a comic writer.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I don't know.
But anyway, she was in that. Like that actor was in it. But it's I don't know. Did you ever see the trailers for that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, it came out like last year. It's these people who are like digging for oil or something, like 6 miles like underwater, and they just work in this like oil rig or whatever, and I guess somehow the pressure gets fucked up, and there's just like these sections that keep collapsing, and they have to like run through it and shit like that. It's like it's I guess somewhat horror, but also just like kind of very tense.
And T.J. Miller's in it?
Yeah,
Is he like a comedic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Comic relief.
Yeah.
And so they can't like reach anybody. They gotta like get out of that station and walk to another one on like the bottom of the ocean with these like pressure suits that they have. There's just all these. It's kind of like I don't know if you saw like Armageddon.
No.
But like, okay, so because they're so deep underwater, it's like pretty sketchy, you know. And I just thought it was like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like it actually.
Yeah, it's got like horror vibes because there are like these like sea creature things that come after them.
They got some weird ones.
Yeah, and so I just wasn't interested when I saw the trailer for it, but I'm like, that was literally like the best looking thing that they had to offer.
Yeah,
and so I was actually a big fan. I think it's super underrated. I looked up the Rotten Tomatoes score. It got 48% from critics.
Damn.
And 60% from audience or whatever.
Oh, okay.
I would at least give it like a 79, honestly.
Oh, nice.
So because I was like really fucking nervous, like watching it, because I'm like, everyone's gonna fucking die. It's gonna suck. And so I was like, you kind of get attached to like everybody. You know what I mean?
Cool.
And it was just, I don't know how any of that shit works. You know, like pressure. I'm like, why is it so pressury down there? I don't know.
Because there's more water on top of more water.
I don't know, man. And then, but yeah, it was a lot of fun. I
Cool.
really enjoyed it. Sarah liked it too, which is like
That's rare.
We like never like the same things except for like shows, I think.
Yeah,
But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because it was a pleasant surprise.
that's fun. Did you watch any other ones?
No, because there was stuff like I either wasn't interested in or I'd seen already. There's also stuff you could like pay for, but we didn't really spend a lot of time like watching movies.
I have a couple things too.
Yeah, let's hear it. We had a lot to talk about in the last episode, so
Yeah.
didn't want to even unload.
I mean, I watched more like Harley Quinn,
Yeah.
and it's really good because it's definitely a bunch of nerds writing it.
That's good.
Darkseid was in an episode.
Oh, man.
He's like a recurring character.
That's hilarious.
And
Did you
it's-
see his laser beams?
Yeah, not yet.
Ooh,
But Granny Goodness was in it. Mr. Miracle was in it.
that's amazing.
There's an episode where they
we get
went.
some fourth world shit?
Yeah, Fourth World. They were on Apocalypse for a little bit. I'm like, this is the best show of all time.
Damn, that really pushes me to want to watch it.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Like, it's actually very good. They had like a good Mr. Freeze episode. But yeah, I'm almost done with season 2, and then I'm going to start season 3
For
pretty
sure.
soon. But yeah, it's like a delight. And there's like some parts where I'm like, this is genuinely sad.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so pretty cool. And then while I was at mom and dad's house, they watched the first 3 episodes of Daredevil, and so I got to rewatch those,
Oh, they did.
and they're so good.
Oh, yeah. That show is fucking awesome.
I remember
That's like my favorite TV show ever.
I remember like binging it, and because they were 13 episodes that were like an hour long, like
It seemed like a chore.
It got like a little bit whatever, but there's a lot of energy in those first couple episodes.
The first one's fucking dark. Like
It's-
the guy who kills himself.
Yeah,
He like on that like piece of rusty.
that's
metal.
crazy. And then I was like, Night Nurse showed up, and I'm like, oh my god, I love Rosario Dawson. And like, there's a part where the reason that they met is because he like fell off a roof and landed in a dumpster or whatever because he was caught off guard with something. And so she's like nursing him back to health, and just like their dialogue together was just so fun. And he's like, there's a man on the 3rd floor checking every door. And she's like, how do you know that? And he's like, he's got this really crazy cologne. And she's like, what are you talking about? You can smell through walls? And then like they're investigating that guy, and she like helps Daredevil torture this man. to get information out of him. She tells him like where to cut like under his eyelid to get like a particular nerve and stuff. And I'm like, this is fucking crazy. Yeah. And then the hallway scene, the first like famous hallway scene.
Oh yeah,
it's so.
That was
good.
In the first 3 episodes.
Yeah, it was 2. It was the end of 2.
Ah, did Mom and Dad like it?
Yeah,
that's cool.
How do you not with that scene especially?
I don't know. Maybe it's just the superhero thing.
I saw that scene happen and I got so excited that like my heart was like pumping. I was like, I hope they love this because I love this shit so much.
Yeah, because like I've told them like a dozen times.
Yeah,
that's like my favorite show and they should watch it because they love watching TV. You know.
Yeah,
and so that's cool that like you watched it with them and like they actually got started on it because it's a lot of content. You know.
Yeah. Well, when I was over there, they were talking about how they were like in a show hole and they just finished like Umbrella Academy or something.
Right.
Which is funny that they're like ahead of me in Umbrella Academy.
Yeah.
But then Carter was there and he's like, we should watch Daredevil. And he said it like 3 times. And so we ended up watching it.
Nice. Has he watched it before?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't think he's seen all of season 3, but he's watched it and enjoyed it.
Yeah. That show's awesome.
So yeah, it's great.
That's one of those things that I might be able to get Sarah to watch. But we started The Sopranos, which is like quite a commitment.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that she likes it because it's such like a dialogue heavy show. Like there's not like that much murdering or anything like that. It's just pretty straightforward stuff like business mob shit. Mm-hmm. But it's like, it's so interesting how it's written because a lot of shows will be like, this conversation is to get to like this point to move this plot forward. They'll just be like
talking
just
about
normal
whatever
conversations that slightly build around like the plot. And it feels like there's so much happening in like a single episode that it just like moves really well.
Yeah.
But
how long are those episodes?
Like an hour.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I think it went for like a super long time, maybe like 12 seasons or something.
Like a really long time. Yeah.
Yeah. But, yeah, I'm just surprised that Sarah likes it because like, I feel like she gets bored with stuff, you know, like pretty easily. And I was just like, do you want to watch this? Cause we didn't know what to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, good stuff. I'm
cool.
caught up on Rick and Morty.
Oh shit, I still need to watch Rick and Morty.
Yeah. This last one was kind of cool because it was like a horror episode, which I didn't really expect. Rick had like this machine where he's able to control his body and make it do stuff while he's sleeping. And so he just has it do a bunch of crunches. So he has abs in the morning.
That's funny.
Like do like 1,000 crunches. And so it's kind of like that show Severance because like the night people, they call them the night people. They like start being like sick of like what they're doing because they're just doing like chores basically.
Sure.
And they start writing notes to the awake people.
Wow.
And it's really fun. I liked it a lot.
That's cool. That's good that they're still like having fresh ideas like that.
That's like the freshest show for ideas. They always some shit I'm like
just anything can happen. So.
Yeah. But
I played a new game. It was on sale for $7. And so all my friends played it. The Predator game.
There's a game?
There's a Predator game where you...
Did it come out for Best Predator? Or just... It
came out after Best Predator.
Really?
But before Prey.
Okay.
And it's actually really fun. You play either online or like with your friends. And there's one Predator. There's one person that plays Predator. And there's however many soldiers, 3 or 4.
Oh.
And you're trying to like do an objective. And then there just like happens to be a Predator there. And so you're trying to like... kill the Predator while you're also trying to do whatever objective.
While the Predator's also trying to kill you.
So you'll see like it's like really balanced actually. Well, actually it's really hard to I think once you get used to the game, you have to be super patient as a Predator because if you just jump in and try and like maul everybody, if you get enough people shooting at you, you'll die in like a couple seconds.
Yeah.
And so you really have to like
pick them off kind of thing.
Yeah, pick them off, wait for them to split up because like you're really trying to focus on your objective because there's other people like shooting at you at the same time.
Isn't that like how like the Alien games are? Like if you play on multiplayer, like one person's the alien and there
might be something like that, but I think this one does it the best because it's typically in like foresty environments and stuff.
Yeah.
And like if you're really trying to find the Predator, then you probably can because if you like really stare at a tree, you'll sometimes see like his like cloaking thing like
it's not that great.
move a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like really good for the game.
That sounds fun as fuck.
And they have really cool customization with both the people and with the predator, and they added the prey bone mask.
Oh, sick.
It is so cool.
That's dope.
But it's
They got DLC for this?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. And they have like a bunch of skins and stuff. And there's like a leveling system, which I'm not super interested in, but it was like really fun to play for like the however long we played it for. Nice. But it's like really good actually. And it's fun to like just jump around to different trees and stuff as Predator. And you have like the little like cannon thing, and you have your claws, and you can like choose different like Predator types. No per dogs though. That's my only my only negative thing to say about it.
Yeah.
But it's fun because it's fun to like just try and like use your. What's also interesting is like when you're on the map, you don't know where they are, like where the people are. You have to like listen for like gunshots and stuff.
Okay.
And so you're like, okay, there's people over here, and so it's like you're actually hunting. Like,
do you get like the heat ray or the heat vision?
You get the heat vision.
Okay.
Yep. And so sometimes I'll just be like standing in a tree, like using the heat vision because that's the easiest way to see when someone splits off.
Oh.
Yeah. And it's really fucking scary when you accidentally split off from your group, and then all of a sudden you're getting mauled by a predator.
Yeah.
And they even do the thing, which I didn't know was like canon. I haven't watched like every Predator movie. But if you get killed or if you get downed, you can self-destruct, which I guess is a thing in the movies.
Yeah. They do that in AVP.
Yeah. Like there's a self-destruct feature, and when you're self-destructing, like the people that are like the other players have to like run away from like this huge like blast radius. And so even if you die as Predator, you could still win if you catch them at a time where it's hard to leave that radius.
I think the time when I remember that is because like the alien like bit one of the predators and like has like one growing inside him or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I guess when it knew it was gonna die from that process, it like self-destructed or whatever.
Yeah.
But
so it was pretty fun.
Dope. That sounds awesome.
It mimics the game Evolve, which was supposed to be like a super big Xbox One game, ended up being kind of shitty. It's way better than that.
Okay.
So I liked it a lot.
So it's just multiplayer kind of game?
Yeah, multiplayer. You
Nice.
can play by yourself probably, but that sounds like not fun. So,
yeah, for sure. Q.
Good stuff.
Anything else?
Nope, I think that's it.
Do you want to do something as like kind of filler?
What would we do?
We can do a superhero draft, Nathan.
Oh, okay.
So
I was thinking about this, and I was like, what could we draft?
So
and
we
I was
could
like, maybe
do
like graphic novels or something.
We could draft like heroes and build like a Avengers team and just use like Marvel heroes. You know what I mean?
Sounds lame.
Name? What about
Because that could just be like
League?
Dr. Manhattan.
Yeah, that's why it's a draft. We got to pick people.
Well, I feel
Isn't
like
he based on?
I'll just be like
Captain
Galactus.
Atom? So I'm thinking just like heroes though.
Okay.
Do you want to do it for like Marvel so we don't choose like Dr. Manhattan?
Sure.
So, okay.
I like when people do drafts for like cereal.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
You've seen that like podcast that does it?
Yeah.
All right. Should we flip a coin?
Okay. Heads or tails?
Tails.
It's heads.
Fuck. Okay. So you get the first overall pick. We're going to do 5 people. So that's to make our Avengers team. And then I guess we can...
Heroes only or heroes and villains? Or
I'd say heroes only.
Okay. Thor.
That is a good one.
Don't look around.
I can't fucking...
Don't look around. Just pick somebody. First person comes to mind. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Pick or you forfeit.
Vision.
Okay. All right. Nice. Sentry.
Oh, fuck. That's a good one. God damn it. The Hulk. The Hulk.
Nice. Maybe a little out of left field, but Deadpool because he's got a healing factor.
Okay. Pretty good.
And gun.
Giant Man.
Interesting. Black Bolt.
Oh, fuck. That's a really fucking good one.
I feel like I'm crushing your team so far.
You are absolutely crushing my team. My team's fucked. I think we probably should have gave us like a couple minutes to like think about it.
No, I'm locked in.
Okay. Adam Warlock.
Okay. I feel like my team crushes yours already, so I'm just gonna say dupe. And I'll let you come back a little bit. Dupe will document the whole thing.
Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Nice. Okay, that's a good one.
Okay. You know, I think it'd be like a pretty equal match. Because
maybe, yeah.
Do you want to do it again?
Let's do it again, but this time DC.
Okay.
But
villains,
heroes and villains, but nobody that's had screen time.
Fuck, that's a good one. Okay. So flip a coin again.
Okay.
I'm going tails again.
Okay, and flip. It is tails.
Let's go.
Animated is fine, I guess, because like the DC, the like Justice League Unlimited or whatever, that had like everybody. So nobody that's had screen time. Live action.
Captain Atom.
I was gonna say that, dude. Fuck you.
I knew that wasn't gonna make it to the second round.
Yeah. Let's see. That was all I had. Plastic Man.
Really? Okay.
I don't know. That was the only person I could think of right off the top of my head.
This one, we might have to
Debate.
send it to the refs.
Okay.
Black Adam.
I was gonna do Dr. Fate, but I didn't because that's basically already out.
Okay.
He's had screen time. We've seen it.
All right. Connor Kent. Superboy.
He's been on like Titans.
Has he?
Yeah.
Jonathan Kent?
John
Kent?
the son of Superman?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Valid. Atrocitus.
Fuck, that's a good one. I'm a little biased, but good. Jon Stewart.
Okay.
May have taken him a little bit too early, but I think a lantern is helpful.
A lantern is helpful. Yeah, in that situation. I have two. I don't think you'll get one, but it's not as fun. But I'm gonna say Lobo.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's a fun one.
Zurana or whatever.
Oh,
like
Zurinar.
Zuranar.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah. Because that is like Batman, but with like not the personality like Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I guess Bruce Wayne is able to like just disconnect the sympathy that he has just to be 100% Batman.
That's a good pick. Yeah.
So
Mr. Mixes Pitalik.
Oh, what?
Remember that guy?
I think I need some size on there. So I'm gonna go Solomon Grundy.
Yeah, I thought of him as well. But yeah, that's a fun one.
Because he doesn't die.
I don't really know what he does, but I'll say the Spectre.
The ghost guy?
Yeah, the ghost guy.
Okay. That was hard.
That was hard, yeah. DC has a lot of characters that have live action screen time, I guess.
And I'm missing people that would be kick ass.
Yeah. But Captain Atom, I think, is probably like one of the better ones. So what's your lineup then?
Captain Atom, John Kent, so Superboy, John Stewart, which is a Green Lantern, Zuranar, which is Batman, and then Solomon Grundy, who's like a brute zombie guy.
Yeah. Okay.
And you have Plastic Man, just a stretchy guy. Atrocitus, a Red Lantern.
Mm-hmm.
Lobo, who's just some space cowboy kind of guy.
Yeah.
Mr. Mixelplick, who I don't know what he really does. He jumps through
He could jump through dimensions and stuff, and he fucks with magic.
And the Spectre, who's like a ghost, I guess. He has ghost powers.
Here's how I see this happening. Plastic Man wraps himself around the Zuranar. Okay. Green Lantern, Red Lantern, they fight.
Okay.
The Spectre takes over Solomon Grundy. I don't know if that's what he does. He like possesses him.
Okay, I can see that.
Lobo fights Captain Atom. It feels like Lobo can like take a beating because there's that like Lobo versus Superman story.
Is there?
So he's like pretty strong.
Okay.
So I think they fight, and then Mr. Mix's Pitalik throws them all into a different dimension, and then I win.
Sure. I think just looking at it, and I'm thinking like strength of like teams. I feel like mine's a bit stronger.
Yeah, if this is like an arm wrestling match, I think you win.
Okay. But those fights never really like go down how you think they would go.
Okay.
It's always written a certain way for it to be interesting. But.
Sure. All right, we do one more. This one's timed.
Oh shit! What do we do?
And it's independent comic book characters. They can have screen time, that's fine, but you have 10 seconds for each one.
Okay, I picked Tails again.
I think it was Tails. Nothing moved, but I definitely clicked the button and it was still Tails, so I'll give it to you.
Okay. Does manga count?
Huh?
Does manga count?
Sure.
Manga counts.
No.
Yeah, I'd say no.
Comic book.
Okay.
Get ready to go.
Omni-Man.
I'm surprised you didn't choose Invincible, so I'll choose Invincible.
Okay.
Okay, starting now. 15 seconds. Pick something. Independent.
Spawn.
Okay, that's a good one. Hellboy. I feel like he'll figure something out. Get ready, set, go.
Golden Gale.
Who's that?
From
Invincible?
From Black Hammer.
Oh, good one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, nice.
She's like the reverse Shazam.
Okay. Berserker. Keanu Reeves.
Let's go Homelander.
Okay, solid one. You could just do you could do a team of all the Superman spin-off people. Shirtless Bear Fighter. The GOAT.
The Utopian.
Oh my god. Sure. What is he from? Oh yeah, he's like the
Jupiter's Legacy.
Yeah. I need a ref on this one.
Okay.
Shazam did not start at DC.
No.
Are you dude, they didn't start at DC?
Currently, I think you should count what currently they are, you know.
Okay, fine. I get another 15 seconds.
Sure. Just because I think my team kind of bodies yours. Just like
I was having fun with it.
No, you were having a lot of fun with it. If you didn't put a timer on me, I probably would have thought of something more fun.
The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Single one, big one.
Oh, fuck. Theo. No,
Theo?
Donatello. Who's the leader?
Leonardo.
I get those two mixed up. Okay.
Okay, so I have Omni-Man, Spawn, Golden Gale, Homelander, and Utopian.
Okay, those are all pretty strong.
You have Invincible,
Pretty good.
Hellboy,
Uh-huh.
Berserker, Shirtless Bear Fighter,
Yep, needed.
and Leonardo.
Okay.
I would
I have the spiritual part of things.
I would definitely read a book about your team way more than I read about mine.
Absolutely.
Because I feel like they'd just arm wrestle and fight each other.
Because I feel like Hellboy would try and fight Leonardo.
Probably.
Because he's like, what the fuck? What kind of demon is this?
Yeah.
And then sure, the Bear Fighter's just there naked. And then Invincible's like, what the hell's going on here?
Yeah. I think if we maybe had if we thought about it a bit more, we can come up with kind of a...
I like my team.
Okay.
That's the final answer.
Fair enough. All right.
That was fun.
That was fun. We love a good draft.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Everything's in our link tree. You can send us an email, tradewaiterspod@gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what to read.
Yeah. Let us know how you did on trivia.
Yeah. How
Is
you
that
did
this
on
episode? Yeah, it was.
trivia. Let us know what your team is.
Yeah.
Do a draft with somebody.
Yeah. Did you put...
Whose team wins?
who's the Brian Lee O'Malley character? Scott Pilgrim?
Scott Pilgrim.
That would be a good one.
He just beats your ass with a bass.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks for listening. We have a link tree.
What are we gonna read next week? What are we gonna read next week, Nathan?
Night of the Ghoul? Is that
Night
what it
of the
was?
Ghoul by Scott Snyder and Francesco Francavilla.
Yeah, I'm really excited for that, actually.
Yeah, Comixology original. Continuing a spooky
Is that
month.
the first Comixology original we're doing?
No, I think we did another one.
I think we did.
I'd have to think.
Yeah, we definitely haven't.
Surely. We've done an original, haven't we?
I don't think we've done a Comixology original. Because we've talked about the All-Nighter. We've talked about the Lemire Jock one, whatever that one's called. Frozen, but dark.
Oh, right.
But I don't think we've done any Comixology originals.
I don't believe you, but...
I think I'm right.
Surely, right? I don't know. All right, maybe you're right. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot. Goodbye.
Peace.